and welcome back to the lair. I'm SULK, here to bring you our next build video. Today we are doing another one of these bear robots. This one here, in case you don't know, again, it's alternative bricks build, so you can't really say what it is, but for those in the know, RX-78, the original Gundam. And I am really excited to bring this to you because, maybe those who don't know, I just love Gundams. All part of the whole building craze. This is made by, once again, Wangao. Again, probably butchering that name. Kit number 188002, rated for 6+. Once again, no label of how many pieces are in it. But if it's just like the previous bear, I would assume roughly about the same. Again, just looking at it right now, I'm actually pretty hyped to build this because looking at the detail of it, shield, gun, little V here. It's a Gundam. Come on. So, in case you are interested in, on a serious note, in case you are interested in picking one of these, it is actually listed at our webpage at conquestlair.com. And picking them up will do a lot to help our channel and help us grow. And can't wait to get started, and let's get into it. Starting things off, let's look at the front of the box. Again, a little bit of labels here. Bear robots. More Chinese. Again, apologize. Have to keep apologize for that. Again, another 400%, whatever that means. And again, looking at the detail of it, looks amazing. It does such a great job of portraying what this hopefully will look like. On the sides of it, another bear robot tag. Another description about the bear robots. It actually says exactly the same thing as the previous one. Nothing new to add. The back, however, goes with a lot of detail. You see an arm detail, which holds the beam rifle. Chest detail looks like it. Wait, this is the head. Why does it say? Okay, fine. Two things that say head detail. You can see the shield here, and hand details. Looks like, again, fully articulate through the rest of it. One thing it doesn't come with, however, is a stand. Hopefully it's able to stand up on its own by itself. One way to find out. Let's crack her open. Needless to say, Wangao does such a great job with these instruction booklets. Pretty sturdy, lots of pictures, and again, full color. No real forward again for like the previous one, and jumps right into the build. Has 86 pages of instructions, and looks like 8 different bags. Again, nicely labeled. Kudos to them. So, let's get started. here's the finished product of the Bear Robot RX-78. Starting at the top of the head, you can see how much detail they actually put into the Gundam aesthetic. With a V-fin, the top of the head, and they did a very good job of meshing the ears with the rest of the body. Going to the front of the head, you can see, like, if you know most mobile suits or Gundams, they have the yellow eyes and a kind of a red shadow that goes underneath it. So they did a great job portraying that. See, there's very little loose studs that are on the head, or on the actual full plated side of it, except for these 6 back here. Going to the mechanical side, again, you can see so much detail they put onto the mechanical side of it. The easiest way of saying it, there are no loose studs. They don't, like, there's no fat on this model. Moving to the front of it, they actually put the eye that actually goes from one side to the other instead of having that blue kind of cylinder tiles to kind of demonstrate where the eye would be. But they actually did the eye from left to right, and again, it does such a great job of capturing the essence of the RX-78. Going down to the torso, again, it actually looks like fully the part of the RX-78 from the completely covered side. Moving to the side, the arm comes with a nice beam rifle. A nice little close up here. And you can see how much detail they actually put into it. Nice little, these transparent pieces to show where the sight is, and a nice little barrel on it. Again, completely covered up, no loose studs, and on the back of it you can see all flat tiles to show how sleek this model is. Going to the back of the other side, I'm surprised they didn't put thrusters on the actual covered side, because the RX-78 does have thrusters in the back with a backpack. But I guess that's the design they chose for this. So moving to the mechanical side, you can see the thrusters, good use of parts to actually showcase the actual thrusters. Nice little telephone piece here that shows connecting between them. And then moving to the side here with the arm, comes with its, again, classic shield. Close up here, you can see it actually has the visor where they normally shoot out what they can see out of and be protected from any incoming blasts. Few loose studs at the bottom of the shield, but they can be easily covered up with single red tile pieces, just like everything else. Moving to the front of it, again, so much detail, absolutely like little to no fat on this model. To the bottom of it, I just tilt it a little bit. You see the detail they put on the actual groin piece of the model. And then we'll move to the plated side of the feet. Again, no loose studs. All nice tile pieces to make it nice and sleek. And then moving to the other side, again, so much detail has been put into this. Again, good reuse of parts, telephone pieces, again, showing all the connecting parts. And again, I love the color that they chose to actually show off all the chrome bits of everything. So it really does pop. So let's move on to the rest of the review. And we're back. This model altogether took about 4 hours and 45 minutes to finally complete. And much to my surprise, the longest part of this build was the head. Like, I pretty much think I flew through the entire legs to upper body, and I figured it'd be a really easy build. But the head alone took about an hour 45, hour 30 by itself, because there's just so much. Again, it's a chunky piece of it, and you see how much detail they threw into this thing, and I absolutely love it, and no complaints about that whatsoever. I love the fact that it is fairly posable. Every single one of these arms are a solid ratcheting joint, which do kind of rotate up and out, so you can actually fully pose this thing. Like, you can just do its classic last shooting stance from the anime, if you again know the RX-78, to a certain degree, because it does rotate from the lower body to the upper body. So head rotates, arms rotate, and yeah, I'm so surprised you can pose this, because you compare it to the Ariel or even the other Bear, it doesn't really have that posability to it. But this thing, and these are solid joints. So I had this sitting for a couple hours in this specific pose, because it is one of my favorites. didn't budge. Like, it does not move. And you might notice that this does not come with base, but honestly, it doesn't need one. These feet are solid. It holds it up ridiculously well. It supports its entire weight, any kind of which way you want to pose. And again, it's just one of those added things that make me love this model. Little things I have to nitpick is, since it is such a famous, like again, for Gundam, it's the most famous. It is the RX-78. And I wish it, again, nitpicking, I wish it came with beam saber for a little bit more posability and just to add a little bit, like, more love to it. But, and anyone who loves building, loves Gundam, again, loves these kind of alternative bricks, this is a must-have. Because other than the few tiny little things, there's absolutely, I honestly love this. Like, it will be one of my favorite pieces to everything I've built so far. And I had such a blast building it. Like, there's really not much else I could say about it. Like, this is a must-have. So that just wraps up my review on this. And again, if you like this kind of content, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and hit that bell notification for updates. And don't forget to comment on our videos. And if you would like to actually purchase one of these yourself, it is actually on our website at conquestlayer.com. Alright. So again, gotta promote our merch, our store, our website, whatever you want to call it. But every little bit helps. And again, this kind of thing, if you please leave a comment, because it lets us know that we can keep continuing to do this sort of content. Also, don't forget to follow us on all social medias, because we have our Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram up and running. And again, leaving a comment, anything of that, does wonders for us. Well, that just about takes care of everything. Until next time, have fun building, y'all. Latest.